I, Lucy Wahito Wachira, do solemnly swear that the evidence that I shall give before the Senate in respect to the matters before the Senate shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Good evening, Lucy.
Good evening, Chief.
Welcome to this session. Now, Lucy, you sworn an affidavit dated the 8th of March 2024.
Yes.
Honorable Speaker, I'm referring the witness to the affidavit at page 263 of the County Assembly Bundle, Volume 1. Page 263, Volume 1 of the County Assembly Bundle. Lucy, where do you work?
Sorry?
Where do you work, Lucy?
I work in Gusii Water Sanitation Company.
What is your designation?
My designation is a Managing Director, Mr. Speaker, sir.
And in brief, what is WASCO for honorable members to understand?
WASCO stands for Gusii Water and Sanitation Company. It is a company that was registered the way back 2006 under the Companies Act. It is jointly owned by Kisii County and Nyamira County, and its mandate is to provide water and sanitation services in both counties.
Are you a member of the board?
Mr. Speaker, sir, yes, I'm a member of the board by virtue of the office that I hold.
What are the functions of the board?
The functions of the board of directors of Gusii Water and Sanitation Company, number one, is to provide strategic leadership and oversight. Number two is to recruit the core management team. They are also supposed to ensure they protect the rights of the shareholders and the stakeholders. They're also supposed to approve the annual budgets and the policies, and being the supreme organ of the company, it is the main decision maker.
Now, in the month of April 2023, the board advertised for 4 positions. What are they for recruitment?
Yes, on 14th April 2023, the board advertised for 4 positions, being commercial manager, internal auditor, human resource manager, and procurement manager, Mr. Speaker, sir.
And you have attached to your affidavit a copy of the advertisement by way of inviting applications.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Now, do you recall prior to shortlisting what took place?
Yes, prior to shortlisting, Mr. Speaker, sir, I recall I was summoned by His Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Kisii County, Dr. Robert Onsari Monda, and I visited his office. In one of the positions that we advertised in the newspaper for the commercial manager, he had a candidate of preference, and therefore he told me to consider that case.
Did he also mention whom or who did he want your assistance?
Yes, he mentioned the name, the candidate being Mr. Dennis Misati.
And did you also discuss anything else in that meeting where you were summoned?
It was a brief discussion. He told me other matters we shall be able to discuss later.
Now, following the shortlisting, when did you conduct your interviews?
Mr. Speaker, sir, let me start by saying that the adverts were done on 14th April. The applications were supposed to be closed on 28th April. After that, the board hired an independent consultant to do the shortlisting on behalf of the company, and the shortlisting was submitted on 15th of May 2023, and the candidates were invited on 17th May 2023, and the interviews were conducted on 25th and 26 May 2023.
After the 26th of May, after the interviews, what happened on the 28th of May 2023 at 24 minutes past 9 p.m.?
Mr. Speaker, sir, I recall on 28th April, that was on a Sunday in the evening at 21:24 and 13 seconds, I received 100,000 in my M-Pesa line or Safaricom line 0724616288 from His Excellency Mr. Dr. Robert Monda.
How did you know that the money was from Monda?
I have his number in my phone.
And you have attached your M-Pesa statement to that effect?
Yes, I have attached, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Honorable members, I'm referring the witness to page 277 of volume 1 of the County Assembly bundle, page 277. Are you there, Lucy? Is this your M-Pesa statement?
Yes, this is my M-Pesa statement.
You received money from His Excellency Dr. Monda on that date, correct?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, sir.
It is a defense that this money was sent to you by error. Before I take you there, what happened after receiving the money? Did you call him immediately, or were you perplexed that you have received the money?
I received the money at 21:24, and at that time I could not do anything. But the following day, on Monday morning, I called His Excellency Dr. Robert Monda, and I inquired what the money was supposed to be for, and he told me that he reminded me the conversations that we had earlier on in regards to the case that he wanted to be considered in the company of assisting one Mr. Dennis Misati.
Is this the conversation you had with His Excellency Dr. Robert Monda in his office when he summoned you?
When he summoned me, he told me other details will follow later.
And so what does it mean other details will follow later to you?
When I got the money, I thought, I just connected between the dots, and I thought maybe that is what he meant. Other details will follow later. So when we talked that morning, and I told him if the young man has qualified, he shall be considered, and therefore there's no need of trying to influence. I told him to reverse back the money that he had sent in my phone.
You told him to reverse back on the 29th morning, correct?
Yes, it was on 29th morning.
In your experience, how long does it take to reverse a transaction?
Oftentimes, once you reverse, it will take it's about 24 hours.
And when did His Excellency reverse the transaction?
It was not reversed.
On the 29th after you spoke to him?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, so it was not reversed on 29th.
What step did you take following his refusal to reverse the money?
On 30th, I waited for him to reverse. When it didn't happen on 30th at 4, I returned that money back.
And why you took that a span of from 29th to 30th to reverse the money? Please tell us why you reversed the money or you returned the money to His Excellency on the 30th and not on 29th.
Mr. Speaker, sir, why I did that, once I expected that if it was erroneously sent, I expected there's a message that we're supposed to send through Safaricom 456, and it's supposed to notify the sender immediately they have initiated the reversal. And that can take long. Therefore, I expected to receive that message from my end, and that is why it took the 24 hours to wait. Again, Mr. Speaker, sir, you realize that that Monday I was on transit. So the time that I reversed that money in the evening, it's after taking the whole day waiting to see whether I'll be able to see the message of reversal.
So it is your evidence that there was a possibility that he could reverse the money while you also send back the money?
Chances were.
Now, I take you to your M-Pesa statement, Lucy. There has been By the way, Lucy, were you expecting that money?
I was not expecting any money.
I take you to the M-Pesa statement. There has been a pronouncement by learned counsel, senior counsel, that you actually received the money and utilized the money. On your M-Pesa statement at page 277 of the County Assembly bundle, honorable members, can you kindly explain the transactions following the receipt of the money and until 30th of May when you returned the money to His Excellency, the Deputy Governor?
Mr. Speaker, sir, from my statement, I received money from His Excellency, Mr. Dr. Robert Monda, on 21, 24, 13. That was at night. The following day, on 29th, at 10:48, I have one of my employees, and I sent my employee 5,000. On the same day, that is 11:06, on 29th, I withdrew from my Equity bulk account 5,000 to have the same back in my M-Pesa. On 29th May at 14:18, that was around 2, I withdrew from my cooperative bank 30,000. I was going for a meeting, and I sent the same amount of 28,000. On 29th at 14:18, the same time, I sent to the ticketing company 28,000, and therefore my account had a balance of 103. The same day when I was on transit, I had a person who I made some transaction to of 6,000, which gave me a balance of 97,299. Seemingly, Mr. Speaker, sir, I didn't utilize the funds that were in my account, and that is why I would get money from my bank statement. On 30th, if you look through that statement, on 30th May 2023, at 6:21, I was in Kenya Airports Authority. I paid 100 shillings for car park very early in the morning because I was taking a flight. And then once I was done with the meeting for the day, later in the evening at 16:15 on 30th May, I returned back that money of the 100,000 shillings. Mr. Speaker, sir, I never spent the money that had been sent on my phone.
So, Lucy, do you also enjoy the services of Fuliza from Safaricom?
Yes, I do. I'm a limit of 5,000, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Did you also top it up to?
Yes, Fuliza is more like money in my account.
Correct. Now, Lucy, the Deputy Governor largely speaks in his Hansard at the County Assembly at page 191 of the County Assembly bundle, the third paragraph. Lucy, are you there? Can you read the paragraph that begins with the word "I confirmed"?
Mr. Speaker, sir, I confirmed to have sent her the money mistakenly and told her that I intended to send money to a different person, Gladys Aminga. She continued to tell me that she was at the airport traveling to attend a meeting in Nairobi. She then inquired if it was possible for me to reverse the money. I told her I would try since I'd never reversed money on an M-Pesa platform. I attempted, but I was not successful. I urged her to reverse it.
Stop at that, Lucy. The Deputy Governor says I attempted, correct?
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Does that mean that he intentionally sent the money to you and deliberately refused to wire back the money or reverse?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Now, finally, did the candidate that the Deputy Governor wanted assistance, was he successful?
Mr. Speaker, sir, the candidate was not successful.
What number was he in the interviews?
After the interviews, he became distance 5th.
Honorable members and Speaker, I cede the witness for cross-examination. Lucy, you'll be asked questions by my learned senior. Remain calm and answer the question.
Good evening, Lucy.
Good evening to you, sir.
Yeah.
Council Katwa.
Now,
Mr. Katwa,
yes, sir.
take note of your time. Considering the way the examination in chief has gone, I believe you'll be able to deal with cross-examination in the time that you've been allocated.
I'll try my level best, Mr. Speaker, sir. Now, it is your testimony that in the bundle you've produced before this assembly, that you, at paragraph 11, honorable members, Senate members, I'm referring to the affidavit at page 263 to 265, and particularly page 264. At page 264 of the affidavit, Lucy, do you have your affidavit?
Mr. Katwa, kindly guide the members on the volume you are making reference to.
My apologies. It is the bundle from the county assembly, and it is volume 1, page 264. Paragraph 11, the last paragraph at page 264. In that paragraph, you say that in the morning of 29th, I called the Deputy Governor, His Excellency Robert Monda, and asked him what the money he had sent was meant for. And from the telephone conversation, he reminded me of his previous request on the assistance in the recruitment of his preferred candidate, one Dennis Mokaya. I declined to be influenced and asked him to reverse the money. That's what you said in that paragraph.
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Now,